What's up guys, it's Dominic. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to be talking about my top 5 tips for taking better iPhone photos. Now, everybody talks about cameras and what the best camera and what the latest and greatest gear is, but realistically, the most popular camera in the whole world is the iPhone. Most people have their iPhones on them all the time and they just want to take out pictures or take pictures with them on the go. And the easiest way is just to take it on your phone. But the problem is your phone quality sucks. Your photos suck on your iPhone. That's a generalization. Some of you are actually pretty amazing on iPhones. Today we're going to be talking about the best tips that I have to improve your iPhone photography, improve your family photos, and improve your overall photo quality. Number 1 tip, turn off your flash. The flash on your phone sucks. The flash is not good on any cell phone. It's because it's very, very small. To get a good flash, you gotta have powerful enough light to light up the subject that you're trying to shoot. And your phone flash just won't do it. So my number 1 tip is find better light. Turn off the flash, move your subject, get better light. Maybe head to a window, maybe head to better sunlight, get out of the shade. Whatever it is that you need to do to get out of that light that you're in, turn off the flash, it's not gonna work. The only time I say a flash works is in complete black and you have no other options, you're at a club or something. Okay, then I say shoot the flash, but in 9 times out of 10, turn the flash off. My next tip for iPhone photography is to use the burst mode. And what burst mode is it's taking rapid succession photos all in one big burst. And most people don't know that if you hold your finger on the shutter button and just press down and hold, it shoots a burst. Now you lose the live option, but you get to take a lot more photos. And what that does is it helps you not miss the action. If you're taking a photo of your child or a dog or something fast action in sports, what you want to do is you want to hold your phone up, you want to get it in position, and you just want to burst the hell out of it. And that way you can choose the photo later on that is exactly what you're trying to shoot. You won't miss the shot, you won't miss any of the moments. Burst mode. Tip number 2. Tip number 3 I got for you is to actually use autofocus and auto exposure lock. Now this is another tip that most people don't know. So when you're holding your iPhone up and you're trying to focus on your subject, a lot of times the focus is hunting. It's hunting for faces, it's hunting for the subject that it thinks is most prominent to focus on. Sometimes that can be a little bit annoying. You know what you want to focus on, so you'll tap that subject, but it'll still hunt. What you can do is you could tap and hold. Hold your finger on the subject as you want to know, and you'll see an AE lock, AF lock pop up on the top. And what that is an autofocus and auto exposure lock onto that one subject that you touched. Now it won't be hunting, won't be searching for another subject. It'll say locked on right what you want to shoot. Boom, you got locked on focus. Next tip is to actually use third-party apps. The Apple camera app, it's okay. It's pretty much all automatic. You have some manual options that you can do in there, but I don't love it. It's a good app, but for most people, I would say if you want to really improve your photography and take it to the next level, I would get a third-party app that lets you change every setting. Some apps I really like the Moment app. I really like the VSCO app. There's another app called the Pro Camera app. All these apps have really manual controls that you can dive into and really get into the nitty-gritty details of what you want to shoot and have just more control over your photography in general. And that's the key. The iPhone's a great little tool to have. I don't like how automatic it is. And so for me, I want full control over what I want to shoot. And if you know what you're doing and you know how to control shutter speed and exposure and aperture, you can really have some high quality images in these third-party apps. My next tip for you, tip number 5, is to change your angle of what you're shooting. Most people take out your phone, you're going to stand, you're going to hold your phone up like this, and you're going to fire away. And I can tell you right now, that's not the best photo you could take. That's actually probably the worst photo you could take. A lot of times you're shooting children or pets or things that are down below you and you're shooting from up top. Well, that's a horrible angle. You would never shoot that with a camera, so don't shoot it with your phone. Get low, get onto the subject's level and shoot at their level to really change the angle up. Also, change the angle in general. You shoot from the front, shoot from the side, shoot from the other side. Find better lighting, move around. There's not a lot of zoom options on camera phones. But you can move your feet, move back, move forward, move down, move up, get a better look, a better angle, a unique look. Change it up, guys. Don't keep taking the same photos of you just banging away. Those are not good photos. Another tip I have for you is to use the rule of thirds, and it's a very common rule in art and photography. And what that is it's taking your subject and not putting them directly in the middle of your shot. So you're framing them up to be on 1/3 of the plane. A little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, a little bit up or a little bit down. Get them on that rule of thirds. It really adds an interesting element to the shot that you're trying to take. My next tip for iPhone photography, and this is one that I actually personally love and use all the time, it is slide exposure. And what it is in the iPhone app, in the native Apple app, when you open your camera, it's going to take an exposure reading and think what the camera thinks is a good exposure for you. Now, a lot of times that means the subject is bright and the background is extremely dark, or the other way around. The subject is dark, but the background is really, really light. Here's what you do to fix that. When you're opening in the Apple native camera app, you get your subject in focus, there'll be a little square around your subject, and then what you do is you'll tap and hold and slide your thumb up and down. And what that brings up is an exposure adjustment. When you slide up, the exposure raises up. Slide your thumb down, exposure goes down. Little tip that not many people know. What is that voice? A next tip, and it's a pretty dumb one because most of you should be doing it already, and that is the camera shortcut on the desktop. If you find something that you want to shoot really quickly, but you don't want to miss the action, a lot of people will slide up, unlock their phone, go to the app, try to find it, yada yada. That's actually a terrible way. On the iOS, you can have the camera shortcut right on the bottom right. You tap the phone, you press the camera icon, and boom, your camera's open. It takes less than a second to get that camera open and ready, and that's a big advantage to having your iPhone with you at all times. You want to get that shot, you can get it quickly and easily by hitting that shortcut. Up next on my list is actually using the shutter button as the volume button. No, backwards. Using the volume button as a shutter button. Why is this a good tip? Well, a lot of times when you're shooting photos, you're holding the phone, you're gripping it, and then you're also hitting the shutter button with your thumb. And it's really awkward, it's really uncomfortable. Sometimes it changes your exposure, changes your focus settings because the thumb will miss. Sometimes it'll change your framing because your hand's trying to grip the phone and hit that. Just not a very convenient way to shoot a photo. So what I like to do is I actually like to use the shutter button as the volume button on the side. So hitting that volume button will take the photo. It'll keep your hand on a nice grip. It'll allow you to keep the subjects in focus and exposed as you want. And it's just an easy way to take a photo. So I highly suggest getting used to using the volume button as a shutter button. My last tip for improving your iPhone photography, and this is probably one of the biggest moves you can make, and that's getting an external lens. I'm in love with Moment lenses. I've had them, I've used them, I've loved them for a long time. Moment is an awesome company. This is not sponsored or anything by them. I just really like their gear. They have some wide angle, they have some macro lenses, they have some zoom lenses. They are a little bit expensive, but the quality is super good. So I highly suggest if you really want to take your photography to the next level or videography to the next level with your iPhone, get yourself some third-party lenses. They'll open up a whole world of different things that you could shoot that you couldn't shoot previously just with the lenses that are in body. So that's my tips for iPhone photography. Let's take it to the next level. And really what I say is shoot hella photos. Like shoot all the photos you can, because that's the best way to improve. That's the best way to find your style, find your niche, find what you like taking photos of. So get out there, shoot some photos. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Hit subscribe. Check out some links below for the things I've talked about. And I appreciate you. Peace. It's going to make your quality worse. It's going to... Why am I talking? Why am I talking? I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just babbling.